Yo. Welcome back to Calibria Crystal Guardian. And I would like to start this video by saying that we lost a content creator, Drew Bagel. I spent a lot of time watching this video. Um and watching the video, I do agree that what Calibria did in using his image and likeness is actually grimy. You know, I still choose to make content for this game because, they didn't do that to me. So I can't let what happened to another man affect me. But if you are a supporter of great content for this game and you want to do something for Jubego, who, really put a lot of us onto this game, go on Facebook and write as much messages you want that says, fix the Jew bagel issue. They could fix all kind of surgery issue, but just load up their Facebook page about, at least rectify that whole Jew bagel issue because that right there was a great loss to the community. But moving on, what we're gonna do today is talk about just simple the game and dungeons. Okay, there's a lot of dungeon videos out there. Some good, some meh. So I decided to go ahead and get my hand on it. But the way I'm doing it is this: when you summon, your summon does not look like everybody else. So you need to theory craft what it is that you're trying to do when it comes to this game. We're not going to sit there and do long. We're going to just theory craft. None of my heroes are ruined right now. So what we're going to do is figure out what it is that you need to do. And we're going to go with some theory craft. What monster work well together? I was thinking about that when I was looking at the Ripper. The Ripper is a monster that does attack and do bleeds, right? If you are going to build this monster, if you are going to use him, really think about what you're going to do. Just don't try to throw him into a comp that's not about anything. Okay? Hope that music's not too loud. Don't throw him into a comp that's not about anything. He's a bleed monster. His third skill says the more bleed, the more he get to ignore defense. So he's an attack monster. He does bleed. So you want to pair him up with, like, for instance, a Mr. Popo. Once you get your two main monsters out there, it's theorycrafting now. Okay, you got Mr. Popo, you got the Ripper. What do you need to do? They can't clear the wave, the first wave by themselves, so you need a damager that could clear the wave by themselves. Everybody want to go with the Flame Spirit, but the reality of the situation is, what is that one? What's her name? Wisp. Do not have a high attack damage, unless you 6-star her. But her third skill do hit a lot and dispel, and she also do bleed, and she also heal. So these are things that I'm talking about. You might want to, here we go, bleed. So that's a bleed, and that could be your third monster. So when you go out there and make teams, and once you do stuff like this, then the question is turn manipulation. What can you do to make sure that if your team is not fast enough, they could go multiple turns? So that's where you get to put in the Demonic Swordsman. Not for every team. I know everybody want to force him in there. He's not for every team. Figure out your comp first, because you might just do well with just doing the Windwalker. Or you might need both. You're looking at Windwalker, Popo, Ripper, Wisp, and Demonic Swordsman. So theory craft your team. What I'm going to do is, because I got one of the best monster 4-stars in the game, Yaksha, I feel like I won the game. So we're going to theory craft around Yaksha. Her third skill says, attack all enemies, deal 115% attack and 8% of max HP. So automatically, looking at the type, is a tank. So we want to make sure it's a tank unit. Looking at her leader skill, she also give you 41% hit if you're doing leader skill. So I could build her now, tank as crap, and I don't have to worry about focusing so much HP on her, which makes the whole team of fire damagers, dealers, a lot more easier to ruin. So that's what I said before, theory craft. Now, if you have the hits that's required by all your monsters, you might want to use another leader that does attack damage. Just don't throw an attack damage out there or a speed damage leader out there, and you don't have the right room the right build for these monsters. So because I know I'm going to go with a Yaksha, we're going to theory craft around a Yaksha. We're going to try to make this video less than 15 minutes. So let's see what I got. I don't have the greatest runes. We know that she needs to do damage. So do we want Yaksha? And this is where we go in theory crafting. Based on her skills of exploding burns, detonate all burns effect on target for the next 2 turns, right? Do we need her to go first or do we need her to go last? Because the more burn, the better. So I'm going to save her until I find somebody that could burn. We have the Abyss Lord. That's who we're going to focus on first. Makes sense? Trying to get him faster to go right before Yaksha, because the more burn he does, the better. So let's go. What kind of build do we want the Abyss Lord to have? Well, it depends on whatever rune you have. I have some bare minimum, as you can see, Berserk rune. I have 7 Berserk runes. I need to farm more Leviathan. I got bare minimum Berserk runes. Berserk runes. Can I make it work? Let's see. Slot 6. What do we have? It's a defense Berserk rune. He is a defense monster, and he does have decent hit. Therefore, it seems like he will be the one. I'm not planning on using any other defensive monster, so that kind of helped me dictate what rune type goes on him. And just because he does burn, the more he goes, I'm happy with it. Slot 4, I only got 2 choices, a crit damage and a crit rate. So I might have to skip that. Slot 2, speed. You know what? I could deal with that because he has speed and he also have 13 more hit. So now we have more chances of landing our hit. So right now, when it comes to hit, we're at 43% hit. The 20% comes from his Sanctify skill, which we're now at liberty to change over because we have Yaksha now. Skill 1, we don't have anything there. Skill 2, we only got 1 rune. We're going to put that on there. And skill 5, a lot more hit. This rune right here is not built up. I don't have the Kalianite to do it. And if I do, the most I could get is speed. So let's see what we could do. Can it go speed? If it goes speed, I chance rolling it. If it don't go speed, don't bother with it. Went speed. 1 more speed. Why do we want him fast? Realistically speaking, crit damage. Do we chance it and get try to get a 12 speed? I guess it's worth it. We got a 9 speed. So we're going to have to reevaluate. So we can get more hits and attack, or we could have speed and crit damage. We don't have that much crit rate on this monster. He's not a crit rate monster, so therefore it's nothing we could really do with him. The speed seemed to be more interested. So we get out of this. Go slot 4. And what can we get? We need something defense-wise. I always believe on putting Abyss Lord on counter, because his first skill is AoE, so he gets to hit all the monsters at all time. And once again, when you're theory crafting, you're looking at your monsters, stop putting Abyss Lord with, say, a succubus, because what's the point of her sleeping the team when you know for a fact the Abyss Lord is going to go through and waking them up all anyways. So unless you really got a nice comp where you just tight with it to where you know you're going to use the Abyss Lord first and then sleep them and not make a turn by the Abyss Lord again, it makes no sense. He's damaged his defense base, but sometimes defense based unit need HP. I'm trying to find an HP rune or HP slot 4, and this has 4 speed and 14% defense. Why? If he get defense broken, that's 70% defense lost, so he's no use, and that means he get to get one shotted. So putting although it's a defense unit, putting all defense on him makes no sense. So now that we have a counter, we know that no matter what, slot 1 is going to be a defense rune. What can we get? I think I rolled really good with this one. This gives me 29% defense in the substats, so I could use this one. So all in all, he looks like this: 11,000 HP, 17,000 defense. Am I looking for him to actually hit a lot? No. He's currently at 74 hit. With Yaksha 40% hit lead, that put him at 104 no 74 40 110 14 114. So I could now rearrange that sanctify skill. I said before, we're doing this, see? And I could probably do something with defense wise on the sanctify skill. None of the enemies in the dungeon do shields, so I'm not going to use that. No longer reduce damage when attacking. Heroes, that may be a good one. What do you got for defense? Single damage, the boss do multi damage. Defense down now, decrease defense by 50 instead of 70. Right now, that would be a lot useful for him. Increase defense by 50%, erase negative status when self HP fall between 60, 80, and whatever. Nah. I'm probably dead before then anyway. Activate defense boost if affected by unable to perform action. There's nothing in the dungeon that's gonna stop me from moving, so that's a wasted sanctify skill. Increase heal effect. I have no healers on my team. I'm not running no healers. Increase defense by 50%, reduce damage taken by 50% when a sync. Once again, we already went over that. Not gonna do it. Damage no longer reduced by 25% when attacking hero of a stronger fashion. Fearless might be something that I would consider, but for now we're going to use him. So right now he's at 34 hit, and with Yaksha that will put him at 75%. And I think 75% should be enough to land the flames. But now we have our flame dealers. He's at 128 speed. So we need Yaksha to kind of go after him. So we're going to put Yaksha on. She's HP based. So let's find an HP slot for her. That's hit. Do we have anything HP? We also wanted to have some kind of hit. So we have runes that are not doing what they're supposed to do. This is a 20 hit right here. The question is, am I going to use another monster in the future that's going to need a 20 hit? So for now, we're just going to put that on there. We're looking for HP. Looking for HP. HP, but that means that I would try to do a 4 set when it comes to attack, and it's not an attack-based monster. I'd rather do something in speed. Here we go with speed. That seemed to be the right call for now. I guess I could try to do a crit damage build. But her thing is she explode the dot. So a crit damage build don't seem feasible or necessary for me. So I quit. The resistance is nice. Let me see. So if we got HP, we got HP. We could do another HP if possible, which means that we need to look for something in wild and see what our wild set is. This save you from going through a whole bunch of runes that you don't need to go through. So we have an HP set that's not leveled up. We have a speed set that does not have any HP. Oh, we have an HP one. Let's go HP on that one. So now we have some decent HP. That's 10 HP, 15 hit. She's already rid of leader skill. She's at 74 hit right now. I'm sure we're going to get more hits as they come. So HP is what we're looking for. And in the wild, no. We're going to do that right now. We're going to check the wild set out and see if there's anything HP related. Yeah. Nope. Anything? Nope. Attack. Oh, this is 14 HP with crit rate. So this wild set, so the wild set is now complete. So now we're just looking for speed, agile set. So we're looking for HP, that's 17%. We work with that. I'm sure there's nothing else that's going to be higher than that. Yep, nothing else is higher than that. And we're looking for another speed, the HP. That's 13. That is it. 13 it is, and we get some hit. So now we have Yaksha. He's at 39 plus the 41 would give her 80% when it comes to hit. She's at 138 when it comes to speed, so she's still faster than the Abyss Lord. But we just deal with that. We deal with that. So now that we have our two core monsters, the burns, we need monsters now that could give us, because our speed is not that fast. So we need turn manipulation. The question is, do we go with a Windwalker that give you haste, or do we go with a Demonic Swordsman? And the reality is, if you don't have the crit rate on the Demonic Swordsman, he's not going to help you out any. So the first thing I always look for is slot 4, and I look for a crit rate. I don't care what it is, I look for a crit rate. If I can find it in anything whatsoever, that's what I'm putting on here. It's got a crit rate and speed, but it's 34. I'm not scared of making him fast, and you need to make him tanky also. Do not try to go with a oh, that's speed with 13 crit rate. I could deal with that. If I get all speed, that'd be great. Chances of I probably won't, but that's a great attack rune. But we're looking for crit rate. And he has HP on this one. Remember, he needs to be tanky. We're not looking for him to do damage. This is 11, and he got speed to it. So let's go to here and see, can we get anything? Oh, 15 crit rate, but defense. You know what? We're going to chance it. We're going to chance it. So right now we're almost good on crit rate. I'm not worrying about his hit, only because, once again, we have Yaksha that we're going to do. I would like to put it, matter of fact, let's see, do we have a counter that's working with him? The reason why I like to do a counter on him too is once the enemy hits you, If you counter, you bring your team back up. So learn the dynamic of how to play the game. Oh, this is 12% crit rate. So that automatically put him at over 100% crit rate. So now he could crit. I don't like his HP, but we're going to try it out. And with Yaksha lead, he's at 61% hit. So therefore, he should be able to stun, and he should be able to do what it is. So now we're down 3 monsters. So now we have our 2 fire, and we have our turn bar manipulator. Now we just need to worry about how do we clear that first wave and that second wave to do what we need to do. The boss hit hard. All the monsters that we have right now do not have HPs besides Yaksha. Nobody has an HP to do the boss. This is where this guy come into place. This is the vampire. A lot of y'all got the vampire, said he was garbage, said he was trash. I'm trying to see, do I have any more vampires? As you can see, I do have units that I have not built yet. I will be doing future videos on these units. But for now, we need to hurry up and make this a quick video. I'm just trying to see if I can have any more skill ups for the vampire. So I need more skill ups for the vampire. The vampire skill is basically this. I just care for his third skill. 80% chance to disable the passive. If I have more skill ups, it could be 100%. So if you have a vampire that you can fully skill him up, that passive is nice. So he's already sanctified. As you can see, I did a lot of sanctifying. I put a lot of hit on my monsters. But we're going to make him able to put that passive on. It's 80%, but we want to make sure that he can put that passive on as much as possible. So let's go with that right here. HP and hit. He is an attack type monster, but guess what? I don't care about him being attacking right now. That's hit. That's attack. That's hit. I need some kind of HP in my life. I don't like weak monsters. What is this? Crit damage, HP. That would have been great for the Yaksha. So I don't need anything. And this is attack. So even if I do crit damage and attack, let's see what I have as far as destruction. Oh, I have 10 destruction runes. Are we able to do anything with it? There's no slot 2s. Slot 3 have a 16 speed and 20 attack. Slot has a crit rate. Nothing special. This one has speed, crit rate, and attack with defense. This has hit and HP. I have attack. So let's try that. HP. Equip. HP equip. Hit. This has speed. I said before, I already got 41 there. So right now I'm at 33. I need to get to about 60 to make sure that he or close to it. 85. So this has speed, and I need him to be fast. Crit rate, but I'm not really attacking that much. This guy speed, crit rate. Every little bit count. This guy hit, but it's very low. Crit rate is not the greatest, but every bit counts. Because the HP is what I'm looking for. So there we go. So we get out of that. All. And we just look all. And we're looking for a slot 2. A slot 2 speed. That's attack. We're not going to deal with that. That's HP. We got crit rate attack on this one. No hit. He's already at 42. So 83 is what I'm going to have. Question is, do I have any? So we have 18 hit on this one. This has a lot of crit rate. He is an attack type monster. He can help clear that wave. So let's do this. I think I'd rather let's see what the speed was. The speed was a crit rate attack, crit damage, no hit. So right now we have some decent HP. We got some decent attack. We have no crit rate. Do I want to do 18, 15 more crit rate? We make it a very decent crit rate monster. 4 more speed. We give it 167. So do I want to do that? Or do I want to go with the extra HP and the attack? Is that 4 speed worth it? Is the crit rate worth it? For crit rate, 15 crit rate. That's 30. That's 53 crit rate. I'm not looking for him to crit. I'm looking for him to land his passive. Land his thing. So we're gonna try that, and we're gonna run this team. All right. So now we have the passive block, turn bar manipulator. We have our fire burner. What do we need now? And that's the key. So we're gonna go with. We don't have a shaman, and this little booger right here can do some things. His third skill is 215 damage to all enemies, 80% chance to do hatred mark. And the love mark increased damage taken, decreased damage taken by 25%. So we just not tanky enough, like I said we are. We might want to use him. So let's try to put him in here. Or we could try to use the succubus. We try to use the succubus, which give us an attack boost and give them a defense break. So, or we could use a Windwalker to definitely ensure that we have multiple turns. So let's try the Cupid first. Let's go hit on Cupid, although we don't need it. Oh, that's a great defense right there. Let's put attack on Cupid. Let's hit Cupid with some speed. Let's just go all speed on Cupid. I don't like the fact that he's getting more defense than HP, but that's the runes that we have. Man, he would definitely be. He's already at 94% hit. I don't need no more hit. I need HP. But this got HP and defense, so we good. And this has speed, defense, but no HP. So let's try that. So the way he stands right now, he got some attack to him. No crit rate, no crit damage. He's way over the max when it comes to and his defense is definitely nowhere close to being anything good. So we could change this out and put there we go, HP. So now we have some HP. His hit went down dramatically, so now he's going to be sitting at 72%, but that should be good enough to land. So let's do this run. As you can see, I didn't have anything in here. So, of course, we said we're going to use Yaksha. We're getting the Abyss Lord, the Vampire, Turn Bar Manipulator, and I hit. I said before, these are just theory crafting to try to get yourself a night. See? Okay, so we at least got that down. What I don't like about this is the fact that they get a turn. That's what I don't like. All right. Yaksha explodes something. Now I could get the flame spirit in here and take out the Cupid, but is she? See, this is why I wanted. This is not good. He should have stunned. That would have been, yeah. If he would have stunned, that would have been Gucci. But let's see how it goes. Not concerned about the turn. I mean, I wanted the turn bar manipulator for the first wave. It would be great on here, but as I said before, we just need that passive block to be on, and we good. And we did not get it. So this is a wipe. That's a wipe. So then the question now becomes, is it who fault was it? So now we go back and we try to find what would happen if we just put a Windwalker in there. Windwalker could take any runes so long as they're on speed. I really don't care for. I really don't care what she does. Attack. I can give her attack runes. Believe it or not, nobody's gonna really mess with a Windwalker. Speed. We're gonna give her some lightning. Here we go. So funny because the Windwalker is like a hidden. Sometimes could be a hidden gem. Look at her stats. No HP, attack like crazy, where she shouldn't be. So let's see what we can do with a Windwalker. If not, we're just gonna take off Cupid's rune and just throw it on her to make her tanky. I like the fact that the demonic swordsman go before the Windwalker, and the reason why is because she boosts him once she takes his turn. She boosts him right away, and he's able to go quicker. And so long as he crits, the team get to go a little faster. There's the boost. I wish you would have gave it to the demonic swordsman. All right, everybody's dead. First wave is done. Can the demonic swordsman survive? Do we need him to survive? That's the question. Now that we have the Windwalker, so if one of the two dies, doesn't matter because we do have our turn bar manipulator on the next wave. See? So do we care if the demonic swordsman dies? That's what I said before. We may not just need him in the game. We might just take him out and put in the Cupid just to see how that works. So there's the passive, which means that as long as we got wave to get him past 50, the game is over, which we will. There we go. Not worrying about him. He's going past 50% right about now. Look at it. Oh my gosh. You saw his energy? Rewind and look at that. So the Wind Walker didn't do a good, I mean, she did a very good job by herself. That is a rune that we're definitely going to keep. We're definitely going to roll that. But this is our theory craft. As you can see before, I have gotten down to the 1 minute time frame. That team did consistently good, but it was an 89% team. Really didn't do as much as I want. As I said before, we're going to try. And once you get your core unit, everybody else is filler. Your core unit is the Abyss Lord and Yaksha. And I would say if you have a Hattori, you put that instead of the vampire, you're golden. There's nothing the game could do to you. So we're just using him because the fact of the matter is we need that passive. That laser will wipe the team out, and we're not built for that. So Hattori is great, but you're gonna summon more vampire lord than anything else. So therefore, you need to just go ahead and skill him up and use him. His third skill will be 100% once he's skilled up. So come on, Yaksha, do what you do, girl. Kill them all now. Nope, she's not. But as I said before, you can tell that Yaksha is not fully. I mean, she's only level 32. Once I get her to level 40, it'd be a whole different game. She will be getting skill cat, so it would be awesome. They're gonna be hitting hard. Oh, these little monsters! If you ever look at their skill, the skill says this: they hit hard so long as there's an element on there. So that's why you will always see them pair with this dude. If you're ever wondering how it works, go look at their skill. You can summon them, and if they're all on the same team, if the boss is on their team, their attack power go up by 25%. So once again, this is that synergy. This is that know what your team could do type deal. I'm not really worried about him trying to do anything. I'm just worried about the speed. The speed seemed to be low. But we got Curse Mark. We got the burns a little bit too fast. I mean, the passive a little bit too fast on him. So it's time we need some burns because we need to get him for 50% quickly. And one more. Come on, Abyss Lord, one more. All right, we good. You was wondering what happened. How come his energy went down and he didn't take a turn? Yaksha detonate the fire, the blaze. So therefore, he don't have to take a turn. She will automatically just detonate him, and before he can take a turn, he's dead. That took a lot longer than the last one, but we're not going to hold you up. This is what we're talking about when it comes to skill crafting and theory crafting, what it is that you're going to need. That's a speed and a crit rate rune. We are going to keep it, although blue. I tend not to keep any blues now. That's why you see my rune quality not as great as they are. But it is what it is. Thank you for watching. Once again, to support Bagel, go on Facebook page of Kleber Crystal Guardian and just keep flooding them with, fix bagel issue, bagel issue. That's all I could say about that one. Do we have anything? Look at this. I can never get her to the speed that I see every other YouTuber and everybody else have them on. I don't understand why. I can never get her close to anything great. I'm trying my best, but the room quality that she needs is so drastic. It's so much. I just can't do it. Look at this. I'm gonna put all these things on her, and people are still able to just get her into the 3,000 range, and I can't even do that. What we have, we are at the we had 32. No crit rate, no speed. Do we do the tap bar manipulator or do we do the Cupid? Let's try it with Cupid. I promise you this is the last one. And another theory craft that I did when I was getting that 1 minute time was this. I was literally just taking three monsters. The Flame Lord, the Flame, she's only used for the first one, and I would purposely just trying to see what I could use to one shot just the first wave. So I'm using the Spider Queen, I'm using her, I'm using all I can. And all I want to do is just test and decide there's another way you could do it too. Take each monster and figure out what it is that you're going to need to put them at as stat wise to do that first wave one shot kill. So you can get the flame, the flame lady, whatever her name is. I just forgot it all of a sudden. And if you could get her stat to where she could one shot that wave, then you build around that. Now that you know that she could one shot the wave, then you got your four core monsters. You got the two flyer, your two fire. You got your vampire. You got her, and the third one. The last one, the fifth monster, is a anything. So therefore, she's only needed for that first wave, which she didn't do a good job of because she's supposed to one shot him. But I said before, I never get the chance to get the room quality the way I want, so I need to do some more farming. Not worrying about him. Abyss Lord need to do something to get himself straight. Yaksha is going to detonate. He's beyond 50%. And we're dead because we know that Cupid cannot take him out by himself. But that's it for the video. We already got our team that we're going to use over and over again. And that's going to be consistent of a turn bar manipulator, which is the Demonic Swordsman. He won the coin toss just because I had him rune. I'm sure if I take off runes and see, that's why he won the battle. Still slow. Like you should not go. They should not have 2 rounds to go. So this is just a stable less than 2 minute team that I was trying to showcase. I will show you what my 1 minute team will look like later on once I decided to level up Yaksha. Oh, she does hit the second wave pretty nice. She just don't do a good job of. I got to do her better to get her some nice crit rate. So the passive block did not land. And once this is what I'm trying to tell you. If that passive block do not land, that's why you need to skill them up. They're gonna get him. See, they're gonna get him to 50%. They're not tanky enough. All right, and y'all say yo, enjoy.